Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing good. So as promised, we're gonna play some more Omelet You Cook. So currently this is what I have unlocked for characters. And I've completed the fish, the lizard, the cows, and the chicken. For Green Apron. For Orange Apron, I've done these three, and yeah, I haven't done any of the Blue Apron yet. So we could try some of the Blue Apron if you want. You want to try some Blue Apron? We can do a Blue Apron here. We'll do a run with this guy on the Blue Apron. Welcome in, Pables. Welcome back. All right, yeah. So let's do this one. Bell pepper. Do bacon. Because bacon's our modifier, we're gonna go bacon heavy. Normally I'd split it and I'd toss a. It's gonna make me do it anyways. I was gonna say normally I'd split it and do a bell pepper here. Yeah. We're after truffles, jalapenos, grapes, and pizza pockets. Those are what we're after right now. Oh, we'll take the spicy crate. We'll take the chili. I should have took the pizza pocket, but I'll take the chili. Leave a meat on the side. I honestly don't care about the leave on the side stuff. We'll see if we hit it on the restock. I could have left the meat on the side. I don't think it's really worth it usually. We're veg heavy right now, so that's not a bad shout. If you were a underlayer, I'd have took you. I don't love any of those. We'll take a random. Fuck, holdy. Fuck this trash bag out of here. I should have took the bacon first. We need the small bacon. That one can hang off, I don't care. I won't be... yeah. I won't be hurting for cash, which is why I don't think that trying to achieve the side stuff is really worth it. These are bad pools, I'm pretty sure, because they're mostly fish driven and we're not running any fish. So this is probably a buy and a sell as far as our perks are concerned. Yeah, veggies and seafood, but we're not running seafood. Fungus, but we're not really running fungus. So this is probably our way to go. I don't like any of those. I will take the veggie. It's kind of shit. Alright, we'll take a garnish. Even though it's not a good garnish, we'll take it. Yeah, 4 of those. We don't need 4 of those. Thank you. I want to get rid of the fungus. Fuck, another one of those. We'll get rid of that. We don't need that many of those. Fromage. My chat moved. Hold on. Can we get some, like... Yeah, it's gonna be close. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to hit that one. I would prefer this class if I'm honest. I think this is the best class. It scales well. It scales well, and it also gives you a decent amount of ability to lay your stuff out. Like if these touch, it's fine. So you can stack. Take that. So you can get this guy touching two. You can get this guy touching two. You can get this guy in here. It's a good money generator, and it's a good, what you call it? I want the jalapeno. Yeah, trash. We're good. Can we get this trash bag out of here? Thank you. Yeah, they were bad rolls. I mean, that's what happens sometimes with this game. You just get a bad roll. Leave a veggie on the side. I don't care about the veggie on the side. No, we'll hope for it on the restock. Leave that there. Oh, you fucker. Here. Only because I knew I was gonna get it. It's the only reason I did it. It's the only reason I left this. Normally I would have packed it onto the omelet, but I knew we were gonna cap that one, so it didn't matter. I don't have anything to get rid of, so it's fine. No veggies. I mean, we're running veggies, so we're gonna lose a lot of money. Can I walk you through why I'm choosing what I'm choosing? Yeah, I can. What to look out for when you play again? Yeah, I got you. So I'm taking, so this is useless. We have no seafood or no fungus. We're running soft veggies that are raw, baked, or spicy, and one crunchy. So this doesn't help us because we don't care about the size of our items yet. So we're going with Crunch Wrap King because when we mix either crunchy and soft are touching or crunchy and chewy are touching, we get a bonus. And we're running 2 soft and a crunchy. So this is the only one that benefits us. Only one we pick. It's the only one to pick. Out of this is useless to us because we're not running any minerals. And this would help, but it's only useful if we can use it to leverage more veggies to gain veggies. So not super helpful, but we could take. Mystery box is just a mystery ingredient. It's the only thing we could afford, so it's the only thing we would even consider taking. Veggie crate's the item we would probably want out of this to try to up our veggies. But again, we don't have money, so we're gonna re-roll. None of these are really useful to us either. We're not running roots and we're not running fish. This guy we don't have enough to get, or we take it, or we take this guy because he adds 2 points across our board. What we'll do is we'll try to get rid of one of these tomatoes for the extra $1 so we can pick up something up. We don't really need anything though, so we're just gonna split it. We could have sold the tomato in the first set and got it, but it's not that big of a deal. Sell a tomato. Yeah, see, Vic got it. And then from here, this is the highest points, so I'm taking that. This I don't want to take until the end if I can avoid it, just because then I have to deal with the flaming aspect of it. So minimizing how long I have to deal with the flaming is my goal. So out of these, my take is the broccoli because it couples with the tomato. So that's 5 points there. Same thing here. Tomatoes are our only option, so we're taking that. Broccoli because we can get it to bridge this gap and touch multiple things. We might have to do a tad bit of rotating. We've got 2 more pulls, so we're going to take this jalapeno and pop him in there. We're going to snag this one. Same thing. And now we're just going to work quick so we can cash out. Sometimes just working quick's your best option. See, and we already have money again, so that's why I'm not fussed over the side stuff, because you're gonna get a lot of those by just osmosis, essentially. I don't know what this one additional helper crate in each shop, so we get an extra helper crate we don't really need. Fungus goes against what we're running. We'll take that because it's veggies. Trash. We'll get rid of another tomato. We want to thin this out so we get these more consistently. We'll do one more. We'll thin one more tomato. Yeah, it's one of those things where if you don't have a lot of the items unlocked, it's sometimes better to not fuss with them. You put that out. We're gonna leave that on the side. We might reignite it in a minute. We'll see though. All right. So cheeky little move you can do with these. So we'll flip this. Okay. So we're going to stick this jalapeno with these coins. And we're going to get them all touching the coins. And what we're going to do is we're going to let these coins catch on fire. We're going to remove the jalapeno and then let the wrappers burn off the coins. So that's the coins. We're going to put that out, leave this over here. And we're good. All right. So now we've got 3 chocolate coins that are going to give us 10 points and not lose anything from wrapping. We're going to drop this one because we don't necessarily need it. And we're going to grab another tomato. Let's get our broccoli, pop in here. And that should be good. So this is a method to get a lot of extra points for not doing a lot. So using your things like flaming and spicy to get rid of wrappers is usually beneficial because it's just free points, essentially. You've removed the negative effect, right? So does that make sense to you, Pables? As to how I'm using those items? This seems really good other than the fact that that means every item's gonna come on fire. I can show you how to use this, though. I'll show you how to use this somewhat effectively. Crunchy item, it doesn't matter what we get. This is OP, so we're taking that. This might be one of the better overlapping items, one of the garnishes. All right, ready? I'll show you how to leverage this campfire as a beneficial thing. So instantly put your item out and put it up here. Okay, now this one, we want to overlap. We want to touch as many items as we can. And we want to let these things all catch on fire. Now we cash out. Because our fire has now spread to all those other items. So now we're going to get our multiplier from this on those being flaming. Or we should. And that's how you use the campfire. The last item you pick, you let catch things on fire. You put everything out until then. This is instant take every single time, by the way. Reroll. We're not running wrapped, so... And this is why this is an instant take, because now we've essentially doubled our points. Like now we're gonna get 4 points for each of these on top of what they already give us. It's just about playing smart, right? Play to your deck, play to your strength, play to your pantry, right? This is your pantry, by the way. So for people that don't know or aren't aware, you've got your round info here, your helpers, which you can think of like if this is Balatro, this would be your target, and then this would be your jokers, and then your pantry is your deck or your cards. So this is your pantry. So we're gonna get a dispense. These are our dispense. So we're gonna get a dispense. Each one of these will give us a selection of these items, and then you pick from those items. So from this, I'm just taking whatever the most point effective is. So this is 7 points if it touches one other item. This is 6 if it touches an item, and then you couple it with this for 2. So this is 7, 6. So this is our best bet, but we got to catch it back on fire. I'm gonna take this one for here. We're gonna snag up this broccoli. I'm gonna set those kind of like that. I think I want this tomato for here. This one for there. We need a jalapeno to bridge this. Jalapenos can touch a lot of things if you rotate them. So rotating your jalapeno a lot of times is beneficial to you. So keep that in mind when you're choosing and selecting items. I have one more, right? Yeah, I got one more. So let's grab up, I think, another jalapeno for this section here. And then we'll take this cucumber for this area, which we can get that lit. Okay. Yeah, this game's great. I love this game. So it's a cash generator. This we should consider selling soon. And it might be worth swapping for the piggy bank. Yeah. Free reroll. Yeah, it was worth. That was worth. Okay, we can't pick items up, and we're gonna get eggs on our shells on our omelet. So let's be aware of that. So this is gonna be a difficult round. Let's put this out. Place it. Tomato. Tomato. Oh, shit. Thank you. All right, we gotta work quick. Got it. We got it before it caught. We're good. I made a misplay. I dropped the broccoli sooner than I wanted. But it's all right. I screwed myself by this broccoli. I dropped it sooner than I wanted. I wanted to drop something over here. I wasn't paying attention to my dispenses. But anyways, you get the point. That's how you play to like those things, like the campfires and things. You just leverage the things you're given. Or you try to anyways. But that's the best tip for the campfire. What's the setup you like playing, Pables? Oh, I can mark off the jalapenos from my list. I need truffles, grapes, pizza pockets, carrots, and pineapples. The Scotch Bonito. What's the setup you run the most, Payables? The basic one? This one? Here. Here you go. Well, I'll run this one so you can learn how to play this one. How's that? So, bell pepper, those points. And it's going to give us cash. So we're going to do bell pepper, bell pepper. We need a meat for it to touch so we can get its bonus. So we're going to do that. We're just going to stack bell peppers around this. We don't want this, so we can just toss. We'll throw another meat there to maximize these two. Now we'll put this guy here. I currently like the veggie meat combo. Using anything with those type of buffs for bacon bell pepper one. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll run this one. I'll show you. I got you. Omelet's good. So this is good. Just increases your omelet size. It gets you around some of these smaller stomach, like the smaller stomach shit. And then like the edge stuff, like this guy. This is going to be good for this guy because he's going to force us to use the center of the omelet. Anything touching the edges isn't going to help us. So we're good there. Reroll's not helpful yet, and trash isn't helpful because we're fine with these being even. Double pepper helper twice. Nice. Yeah, I was watching your stream before I started streaming. Papa. Papa. Pepper. Alright. Go up here. Come closer. Come closer. And those. There you go. Yeah, the child stomach sucks. That's why I like the egg carton buff, because it gives you a lot more egg carton. I had 3 of these at one time. 2 or 3. I had 2 or 3 of them at once. Junk. We're taking legendary crate. We're taking the random. Okay, the cheese slicer. So now dairy stuff is beneficial to us, which we don't need. So we're just gonna fire that immediately. We're not running any dairy, so it doesn't help us. I hate the super guy. Yeah, I don't like the people that won't let you move your items. They're annoying, but I can work around them. They're just annoying. I also don't like the hang off the edge of the omelet because I like to stack my omelets off to the side a lot of times. Put a bacon in there. Yeah. I think the small stomach's not as bad as the people that won't let you pick things up after you place them. Because you've seen it already. I've put stuff off to the side and then move it in, and it's a pain. Alright, give me something good, please. Oh, let's do veggie meat sandwich. It plays to kind of what we're doing already. Dice reroll is good, but we're not rerolling shop that often. Spicy crate. This because it plays with the other veggies. If you hover over an item, it'll show you in green the other items it interacts with. So this is benefited from this, and it also helps with the with this bell pepper because it's lit. And then this plays with those two, and vice versa. So if you need help that way, that's there too for you. I'll get it on the restock, I guarantee you. Also, try to leverage your small spots of the omelet as well, like this. They are really helpful because you can leave things hanging off as long as the customer doesn't designate that you can't. And we're going to let these catch on fire so we can get the extra from the flaming. And we should put it here so this chorizo can go too. There we go. I think you can show me how to use the process stuff. My game keeps pushing it. And I don't know how to deal with it. Yeah, I'll show you that after this one. After this run, I'll show you that one. I can show you process too. I don't typically get a lot of processed stuff. We'll run some spicy. Let's do spicy. This is good with veggies and if you're running other spicy stuff. So all veggies now become spicy. So essentially everything we have can be spicy now. And if we don't want something spicy, we just put it out. Let's get a meat sandwich there. Swing that there. Almost. Come on. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the processed foods because they're hard to use and they get pushed pretty heavily in the early game. I mean, obviously this is overpowered. You're guaranteed the win. You're guaranteed a win for the round you lose. So you're guaranteed to go at least one more round than you would expect. Let's let some stuff catch. Boom. We didn't really leverage the meat sandwich this time, but that's fine. Hey Void, how's it going? Welcome in, W Void. So I think you've kind of got an idea of how you want to play with the meat and the veggies, right, Pables? You want to increase your omelet size if you can. You want to play to things like the veggie meat sandwich, and those things, right? We'll take the meat helper because the meat. We're finding ourselves using a lot of the meat touching, so we'll do that. He's garbage. Moldy, we're not doing moldy, so we'll reroll. Seafood counts as meat a lot of times as well, but let's take this meat. Let's do the sausage. It plays more into what we're running. We do need another veggie as well. A veggie would be good. One day you'll be good. Yeah, you're fine. You're decent enough. So this is going to make everything stick to it. So we're going to wait to put our items on until we've got all of our items out, except for our last item, which we're going to leave on fire. We're going to take this one. I didn't mean to put that out. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do sausage. That. This sausage, which we're going to flip like that. We're going to swing you in there. We're going to pop you here. And then we're going to stick you there. Along with you here. Okay, let's let some stuff catch. Yeah, you can definitely do some of that. Looking ahead, right? So like with Balatro, you want to look ahead at your blind. You want to see what your blind is and kind of play to that blind, right? So if obviously like if you're playing flushes and your blind is all flushes are decreased, you want to try to either re-roll that blind so it's something else, or you want to try to have a secondary thing. Excuse me. Or you want to have a secondary option to go around it. 2 pair, 3 of a kind, a full house, something that you can play if you can't get around that blind. So the same thing kind of applies here, right? So I know that I'm getting small stomachs, so I bought the egg carton, which increases it 30%. So now this guy really only has two things, right? The score issue and the edge of the omelet. So that's all I have to worry about now with him. This guy is pretty low impact. He's not really going to bother me. He's just a couple of trash bags that he's going to drop in my thing. I will have enough items in my conveyor belt. I should be able to just pick around that. So that shouldn't be an issue for me. I want that, but I can't take it. Let's see if we can get rid of this trash bag and pick up. Yeah, there we go. And sometimes that's the move too, right? Sometimes there's an item in the shop that you want, you can't get, and you may be $1 away. Use your trash can if you have a free trash can. Get rid of something you have an excess of or a bulk of, right? Like this bacon I could get rid of, right? I don't need 6 bacon. I've got enough other meat that play well with my veggie that I don't need that bacon. I could drop a bacon. I could drop a sausage. I don't want to drop a veggie because that's kind of more my build is veggie heavy, right? I want veggies in my build. So it's play to your strengths, mitigate your weaknesses when you can. You're not always going to be able to, but when you can. We'll leave it. We'll leave them until they start really going up in smoke. There you go. I'm trying to maximize the amount of spicy stuff on fire that I can get. I'll take the 2 over the like lit stuff for this one. That's fine. Let's see how we did. And I need a water. Let me grab a water real quick while you guys check this out. What's up? There you go. Okay. So this is what I got from unlocking the Scotch bonnet. I'm trying to think of which one of these runs gets a lot of processed food. I think this one gets a lot of processed food pushed at you. All right, we'll see. Let's see. So I need a veggie. That's fine. 14 between these, so we're good. All right, let's see if we can get some processed food pushed at me. I don't typically see a lot of processed food anymore. Here's processed. Chocolate. We have a lot of bake, so that could have been good to run as well. This game's called Omelet You Cook, Void. It's a roguelike game that's based around making omelets. I don't want that. So this is where XL ingredients kind of benefit you, is when you have an underlapping or an overlapping. So garnish or an underlapping. Extra large items will benefit you because they cover more area. I was one off. This guy's the issue. Moldy. I mean, half the chance to gain a decent multiplier. We'll take that. I don't like covering up the spinach right away, because then I can't always see what I'm where I'm placing things around it. Easy bang. Right over. Increase. What? I don't need money, so we'll take the edge lever. I say. Oh, more processed. We'll take processed. No. So this looks really good. But let me break this down for you and why I won't pick this. Okay? Good multiplier. Looks like it applies to 4 items, correct? Wrong. Mushrooms lose 10 points if they touch something. So it has to be a standalone item. So this can't touch that mushroom. So that's 1 down. Trash bags we'll never use because they're not beneficial. So it doesn't work with the trash bag either because we're not going to use it. So that leaves us sausage and the spinach. So really only 2 items. Rice cakes. Rice cakes gain the primary trait of the item they're touching. So that means it has to touch if it touches this, it's going to get root, it's going to get meat from this, and it's going to get veggie from this. It's going to get fungus from this, which it can't touch, and it's going to get extra large from this, which we don't want. Or sweet, which is fine, but we're not running sweet items. Again, we don't use the trash bag, so these 3 items are not useful in combination with this. And it doesn't behoove us to use it with the root vegetable. Now, this seems like it's bad as well because it needs to touch this or this. Again, we don't use this, so it's really 1 item. We're taking the random, which didn't benefit us either, but it's underlapping, so we get a free use out of it regardless. And we'll try to thin out this trash bag, which doesn't help. Let's drop an onion for the easy $1. And let's see if we can get a trash bag out of here. So we'll drop a trash bag. We got 9. Let's hit a reroll of the shop and pick up a spicy item. Let's take the chorizo. Processed items are really tough to use. I honestly don't use them very often because they're so difficult to use. And I don't like a lot of them either. A lot of them are not super beneficial to you. Mushrooms and fungus are fun to use, though. I want to set this on fire. The cheese specifically is what I want to set on fire. I mean, wouldn't that technically just be chorizo once it's set on fire? Oh, I let it burn, damn it. That might screw us, letting that chorizo burn. Yeah. Yeah, the chorizo got us. We let the chorizo burn. That was my mistake. Alright, quick restart. Let's run this one because this is the one Pables runs. So we'll run this one and we'll try to do we'll try to put emphasis on processed food. Leave a crunchy on the side. Oh yeah, no. You're not robbing me. You rats. See, I opted to not leave it on the side because it would cost me points. I don't want to lose the points. The money's not worth it for the point loss. No potatoes? Really? Or process? There. Process. Random. Okay. I mean, chorizo is processed, so it makes sense. Oh no, 18. Whatever shall I do? Oh no, Vic, do it again, do it again. You didn't put the ball. You missed the B, you missed the B. Yeah. There you go, Vic. Love a good mischievous. Let's just hit the free trash can right away to drop the bag. I was gonna re-roll, but yeah. Oh, I just realized that that's, I can't touch any of that. Yeah, I had breakfast. My wife brought me breakfast while I was streaming. I had an omelet surprise, funnily enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she doesn't cook much anymore. Not for any reason like she's a bad cook or doesn't like cooking. I just do most of the cooking, so she doesn't have to cook. Yeah. It's what she wanted to make. I just said, "Can you bring me food?" And she said, "Sure." And that's what she decided to make. Yeah, spinach and mushroom with some cheese. Yeah, we'll take the mystery box. That's processed. We'll take it. Mm-hmm. Cooked cheese. We want our cheese melted. We need some more processed / dairy. We need dairy, actually, is what we need. I haven't used this one much, so we'll use this one a little bit. Oh, let's drop a bacon if we can. Another bacon or yeah. We want chorizo over bacon, right? Chorizo over bacon. Bacon only gives us the modifier if it's touching the bell pepper. I'd love a piece of chorizo. Alright, we are dropping here because we got crap rolls. This has to touch that. Two. I want you touching. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I wanted a piece of chorizo to put here in the center, and then I was gonna have this guy touch over here with the two cheese touching off of it, but Yeah, it didn't work out that way. What's up, Bird? How's it going? All right. Let's try this one. Wait, plus 1x for every ingredient touching and... That seems odd. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure this class out in one go. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to figure this class out in a go. All right, plus 8 for burnt items. How is it wanting you to use this? I'm not sure how it's wanting me to use that class. I'm not sure how that class is wanting to work. We can run the fish class once for you guys. This gives you a new item like every time. Refresh. I was hoping for the wrench or the fish bone. Turkey mushroom. With turkey tail. Alright, this will be the last round, guys. I don't need 6 tomatoes. You like the squid? W omelet, yeah. Yep, I figured that was gonna happen. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna call it here for this one, guys. We've been going for a few hours now, so I think this is a good spot to call it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.